Beautiful family, welcome to your first workout on this Gymnastic Rings muscle and strength building program. If you're just getting started with rings, I'd highly suggest you follow our previous program, which you can find right here. And once you're done with that one, you've got this one to keep your practice going. This program is going to be comprised of a push workout, a pull workout, and a legs workout. And just in case you haven't noticed, you've got a link in the pinned comment to download the PDF of this workout completely for free. And now, let's dive into your push workout. The main goal of this workout is to build muscle in your chest, shoulders, and triceps, practicing exercises that will hit the three main movement patterns of upward vertical push, horizontal push, and downward vertical push. But before we jump into the main exercises, we'll have 4 warm-up drills to get the body prepared. We'll begin with Scapula Push Circles, which you may be familiar with from the previous program. We'll go through the 4 scapula positions of protraction, depression, retraction, and elevation, drawing these circles either on a quadruped or plank position. The second one will be Scapula Pull Circles, which is essentially the same, but with pulling. Even though this is a push workout, you want to have all the muscles that surround your scapula nice and warm. So pick the inclination that suits you best and be mindful there. You don't need to overload it too much. We'll do that with the third one, which will be plank circles. On this one, place the rings at this level, get into a plank position, elbows locked, and start drawing circles. You'll quickly notice that the bigger the circles, the more intense it gets. Focus on keeping a straight body line as you move your arms, and it's okay to feel a bit of a burn on your shoulders on this one. However, if it's too taxing for you, take a step forward to lower the intensity. Then we have an optional 4th exercise, which works really well if your shoulders feel tight and you have a hard time bringing your arms up or behind your back. For this one, sit on the floor, place your hands facing back, and slowly start to rock back and forth, opening up your chest. Pay special attention to your arm rotation and scapula position. You want to focus on external rotation and retraction to avoid shoulder impingements, be able to open up, and improve your range of motion before getting into the main exercises. Rock back and forth 10 times and then hold the top position for 15 seconds. And I can guarantee you, your flexion and extension will feel so buttery after doing this. So if you have tight shoulders, give this one a try. So done with the warm-up, let's get into the 3 main exercises of this routine. We'll start with Pike Push Ups, a bent arm with an upward pushing movement pattern. This might be the most challenging, given that it's usually done on the floor and not on rings. And even though you might feel some instability here, that degree of freedom gives you the opportunity to find a comfortable pushing path, making it feel smoother on your shoulders. Notice that the rings adapt to you, as opposed to having a fixed grip and making your whole body adjust to a locked position. For this exercise, we'll use the same ring setup we had, and make sure you count the steps for consistency. Then aim to keep the rings below the bar as you rep these out, and lean forward to form a triangle shape with your head and elbows. In terms of intensity, for this program, I suggest feet on the floor on level 1 and adding a little elevation for level 2. Next up, we have dips, another bent arm movement where you'll be pushing downwards. For this one, set the rings at a height, ideally where you don't need to bend your legs in the bottom position, and if that's not possible, try to keep your knees flexed all the time. Lean forward as you lower down, having a standard to bring your shoulders at least to an elbow level. Move slow and with control. You don't want to be swinging all over. And the variation for level 1 will be regular dips. On level 2, we'll intensify it by adding the RTO at the end of each rep. Moving on to our last exercise in this block, we have another bent arm movement, pushing horizontally, the push-up. For this one, we'll set up the rings a bit higher to be able to go deeper. Body line locked in and lower down, allowing your scapula to retract, finishing with a protraction on the top and an adduction, bringing the rings together for a deeper contraction. This will be the variation for level 1. On level 2, we'll add a small elevation, finishing each rep with the rings turned out. Your energy and focus should be dialed in during this block, given that these exercises are the ones that are going to give you the structural adaptations, which will increase your potential of strength development when you train with higher intensities. So moving on, we'll have exercises that target specific areas and reinforce movement patterns that are fundamental in your rings practice. We'll begin with top support, of course. I can't stress enough how important this position is in ring training. Notice that this is the only exercise where your main focus is to stabilize yourself. And even though it's an isometric exercise, you'll be constantly making micro adjustments to keep yourself still. All of that is information you're downloading, so over time, you'll know exactly what to engage to find stillness when you get on top of the rings. Just keep in mind that how close you are from the anchor point point makes a huge difference in the difficulty of the exercise. So pick one height and stick to it to track your progress effectively. When practicing this, make sure to keep your arms straight and your scapula neutral and depressed. Start with level 1, holding it with a neutral grip. On level 2, the target is to hold it for the prescribed time with the rings turned out. After that, we'll do hollow overhead tricep extensions, an exercise that will further condition your triceps and core. Unlike on regular tricep extensions, bring the elbows up to target better the long head of the triceps, which is very useful in overhead pushing movements. And start wrapping these out as you keep your scapula slightly protracted. This exercise will also teach you how to keep a hollow body locked in, since you need to keep the core braced as you flex and extend your elbows. So watch out for this extension, keep your ribs in, and maintain a posterior pelvic tilt throughout the set. Placing the rings at a knee height, you'll be doing this taking a step forward at level 1. On level 2, you'll be taking one step backwards to increase the intensity. The last exercise of this block will be the hanging L-sit or tuck-sit holds. Notice that on all the previous exercises, the core contraction has been from top down, tucking the ribs in, focusing on the upper part of your core. On this one instead, we'll target the lower part, focusing on the bottom up portion of the movement. And given that we've already done a lot of pushing on the routine, we'll do this one holding a passive hang on either the rings or the bar. Getting some extra grip conditioning is always welcome. On level 1, we'll hold this with a 90-degree tuck position. The target on level 2 is to do it with your legs fully extended, achieving the L-sit. Lastly, we'll finish the practice with some shaking and stillness. You've been creating a lot of tension by now in all of these exercises, so to balance that out, shaking is a great tool to flush away that stiffness built up, allowing your muscles and connective tissue to loosen up and relax. And since it puts you into this meditative state, it will potentiate what you feel as you stay still, and you'll down-regulate your nervous system so you can start the recovery process right away and go about your day in a grounded and centered state of consciousness. Like I said in the beginning, you've got the PDF of this workout available in the pinned comment, so you can have it handy when you practice this. You also have available a free trial of our online academy if you want to be guided day by day following our calisthenics programs. You just need to go to SaturnoMovement.com and use the coupon SMFREE to start your first 3 days free of charge. Family, thank you so much for being here. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video, subscribe if you haven't already so you don't miss what's coming, and I'll see you on the next one. And as always, the practice goes on.